You know, when I was first starting, I had a run at this before I was in it. I grew up in a town where it was a big deal, celebrity. And when you usually saw the people, they were usually disappointing, as I'm sure I am when you see me. And they say, oh, well, this guy's, he's shorter, fatter, bolder, whatever. So there was no magic for me in being in the town where magic was supposed to occur. So the whole idea when I became an actor, although I was flattered and I was very taken with it, I thought, well, I remember that early time and how I felt about it. I remember also my life and what was interesting and important to me. And so I decided that there were like 3 stages that you would have in success. Celebrity success, One is that you would be started to be treated like an object, which is what was happening to me. I was finding myself treated like an object. It was the way I looked, what had been on the screen. Second stage is that you will begin to behave like one, because you'll accommodate that. And the third and final death stage is that you will be an object. So that was my kind of what I put out in front of me to look out for. Like Gatsby did his list. I said, I don't want to ever get to that last stage, because then I'm a goner. There's nothing for me. So when it happened, I was like cued, although I was loving it. I thought, this is a time when there's going to be a time when this party you have to leave the party before it leaves you. And so I struggle with that. I liked a lot of it. And then finally, when I realized that people were looking at you, looking at me, not for who I was, how could they? Because they didn't know who I was. They were looking at me for what I appeared to be or represented on the screen. So you would develop, then you got confused about your friends. Where you have friends that were loyal to you for your iconography or loyal to you for your soul. And I never knew which was which, and that became a period of time. Then it just got to be tedious when you're raising a family, and your family means a lot to you. And my kids are great, and I wanted them not to be influenced by this. I think I probably went too far at times in putting my own business down, because I didn't want them to be influenced by the distortions that can come with it. All that muddles around for years and years and years, and finally you get to a point where you say, what's important in your life? What is really, really important? That is not. I'm grateful for it. I tried to use it as best I could. I tried to ignore the parts or shed the parts that were destructive and confining, and move on to take advantage of what I was given to explore new areas of my life. And that's what I'm trying to still do.